Hello children, now we continue with the next part of the lesson nutrition, that is mineral salts. Minerals are inorganic substances needed by the body for several purposes such as regulation of body fluids, formation of bones, teeth, blood cells, etc. They also assist in certain chemical reactions in the body. Now all these minerals, they are categorized into two groups based on the requirement in a body. That is, some minerals are needed in large quantities and those are termed as macronutrients, and some minerals are needed in small quantities, very less amounts in the body, and those are termed as micronutrients. Now let us see the detailed account of few of them. Calcium. Calcium is required for the process of formation of teeth and bones. Then it is also needed for muscle contraction, and most important, it plays a major role in blood clotting process. It should be in sufficient quantity in the blood so that the formation of prothrombin as well as the fibrin, it takes place with the help of calcium. Then it also plays an important role in control of cell membranes. So the food items what you can see in the picture are rich in calcium. Those are the sources of calcium. Next is phosphorus. Phosphorus is required in various chemical processes in the body, like the formation of bones and teeth, then in the formation of nucleic acids, as well as in the production of the chemical energy that is called as ATP. Also, it is needed for the synthesis of enzymes. You can see the pictures which are the food which is rich in phosphorus. Then is iron. Iron is needed for the formation of hemoglobin, the important component in the blood, which is the carrier of respiratory gases. Then it is also needed for the enzyme activity. If a person does not get sufficient quantity of iron in the food, it leads to a disorder termed as anemia. The person becomes very weak. And the sources of iron are the following food items, what are shown in the picture. Iodine. Iodine is a component of the hormone thyroxine. Hence, it is needed for the formation of thyroxine hormone, which controls the basal metabolic rate of the body. So, if a food contains sufficient quantity of iodine, then the thyroid gland functions properly. If the thyroid does not function properly, if sufficient quantity of thyroxine is not produced because of lack of iodine, then a person can suffer a disorder termed as goiter. There is the swelling of the thyroid gland in the neck, as well as abnormal metabolism. The sources of iodine are the following pictures, that is the food items shown in the picture. Potassium. Potassium is necessary for nerve impulse conduction. Very important, that is the nerve impulses conducted in our body are helped out by potassium. Then it is needed for the activity of muscles, the contraction and relaxation of the muscles. Then osmocontrol of blood and tissue fluids, as well as it is helpful in maintaining the fluid balance. And the food items that are rich in potassium are shown below. Sodium. Sodium is another important mineral, and this is widely available. It regulates the acid base equilibrium, and it is also important for cell permeability. And most important, it also helps in conduction of nerve impulse, then in osmotic control of blood and tissue fluids. The food items which are rich in sodium are shown below, mainly the seafood as well as the table salt what we use. Now coming to vitamins. What are vitamins? Vitamins are organic compounds required in very small quantities and are essential for some metabolic reactions. In most of the animals, vitamins cannot be synthesized, while in other few of them, they are synthesized in very small quantities. Therefore, vitamins must be present in a diet. Vitamins and their derivatives usually act as coenzymes. Their absence from the diet or inadequate absorption from the gut gives rise to some deficiency diseases. Now let us see what role the vitamins play, and most important, how they are absorbed in our body. Based on that, they are grouped into two categories: water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins are, examples are for it, that is B complex and C vitamins, that is all the vitamins pertaining to the B group, vitamin B1, B2 and so on, and the vitamin C. These are soluble in water and they can be easily absorbed from the water in the blood. But most important is they cannot be stored in our body for longer period of time. Hence they have to be taken in through the food from time to time. Whereas the second category, that is vitamin A, D, E and K. See those alphabets. A, D, E and K. Try to remember them very easily. At least one category you remember, the other is easily understood. So these A, D, E and K are fat soluble. You can remember it in the form of an abbreviation, that is KEDA, K-E-D-A. So these are fat soluble and these can be obtained through food, but they are dissolved in the fats present in the body, and then only they will be able to be absorbed into the bloodstream. Now this table shows you the examples of vitamins which are soluble in water. B1 thiamine, remember these technical terms also. B2 riboflavin, B3 niacin, B5 pantothenic acid, B6 pyridoxine, B7 biotin, B9 folate, B12 cobalamin, and C ascorbic acid, that is vitamin C. Fat soluble vitamins are the following: A, D, E and K. You can see the pictures which are rich in the food items rich in vitamins, as well as what is their function is given down. What is A? The technical term of A is retinol, D is calciferol, E is tocopherol, K is phylloquinine. Okay, remember these names. The absence or shortage of these vitamins in the diet for a continuous period of time, that leads to deficiency diseases. A person may suffer numerous deficiency diseases. Next is water. Water is an inorganic compound of hydrogen and oxygen. Molecular formula is H2O. It is indispensable for the body as more than 70% of the body weight is made up of water. It performs many functions in the body, such as it is a universal solvent. Universal solvent means it can dissolve all the substances in it. So it's a universal solvent in which most of the organic and inorganic compounds dissolve. Then it forms the transporting medium for digested food, gases, hormones, excretory products and various other substances in the body. It acts as reactant during the process of photosynthesis and as product during respiration. That is, during photosynthesis, plant utilizes the water, and during respiration, along with the exhaled air, human beings or animals also give out some water vapor. Then it also helps in the process of digestion by breaking down larger indivisible molecules into simpler forms. It also helps to maintain the hemostasis, that is, keeps the internal environment constant. It keeps the body temperature also constant. So these are the functions of water. Water is regularly lost from the body in the form of urine, form of sweat, or in the form of water vapor in the expired air. Therefore, it must be frequently consumed. The liquids we drink and the food such as fruits and vegetables which are rich in water, they supply water to our body. But still, we should take sufficient quantity of water to maintain water content of the body. So it's most important to drink water from time to time. When you don't drink sufficient water, then you feel thirsty, na? When you don't drink for a longer period of time. So that thirst is not just the sensation that your body requires water, But actually feeling thirsty is a warning sign that your body is dehydrated. So your body is already giving you a warning that the water content is very low. Please drink sufficient water. Here you can see in the picture the food items which are rich in water. Now coming to what is balanced diet. A balanced diet or complete diet is one which provides the required amount of all the necessary nutrients that supply required energy in the body as well as maintain proper growth, normal metabolism and functioning of the body. So it is needed for a better development of the body. All the human beings, they have common nutritional needs, but their quantities depend on the energy used in a day. That is common nutritional needs. That is, we all require food, carbohydrates and all. But how much quantity of which type of food, that depends on the type of work what we do. That is, a person working in the fields, his requirement will be more of carbohydrates. A person sitting in the office does not do lots of physical vigor. That person may need less carbohydrates. So that way it depends on the type of work the person does, as well as on the age, the sex and the nature of the person. So the requirements change from infancy through childhood to adolescence and to adulthood. Whereas the need of a pregnant woman are not the same as that of a non-pregnant woman. There also there is a difference. Then this is a picture showing you how you should distribute your food items for the whole week, as well as what this diagram, it tells you what food should be eaten in how much quantity. That is, you should eat less of fats, oils, salts and sweets. Moderate quantity of meat, poultry, fish, egg, beans, that is all the proteins. Then eat more of vegetables and fruits, and most grains and cereals. That is, carbohydrate quantity should be highest, because carbohydrates are easily digested in the body. And along with that, you should drink 6 to 8 glasses of water in a day. Not necessarily only water, plain water. It can be in any type of fluid form or food which is rich in water source. Malnutrition. It is the condition in which the person suffers due to the lack of deficiency of one or more essential compounds of the balanced diet. That is, if a person does not get sufficient quantity of all the food items or all the nutrients, minerals, salts, then the person can suffer due to a deficiency disease, and that is termed as malnutrition. Now, after obtaining energy from the food that is burnt out, that energy is measured in a unit termed as calorie. So, calorie is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. So, this is the unit of measuring energy. Thank you, children. Take care.